It's kind of always hard to preach during the octave of Easter, only because, all the readings are basically the same. We'll get some different variations, accounts of the resurrection story throughout the week. So today we get the Gospel of Matthew and the second half. So you have to remember there's always two components to the resurrection narrative of Jesus. There's the empty tomb, and then there's the appearance. Okay, and you need both. You need both for the resurrection. If it's just the empty tomb, but no appearance, then, we don't know what happened to him. We don't know if he rose from the dead. We just know that there's an empty tomb. There's a whole list of explanations, including the one that's given today by the Jews that some came by night and stole the body. If you have just the appearance, but no empty tomb, so you're seeing Jesus, but yet the body's still there, then you're just seeing a ghost, or you're hallucinating, So you need both. You need the empty tomb, you need the appearance. The first half of Matthew's gospel would have been read on the Easter Vigil Cycle A, so it would have been the gospel at the Easter Vigil last year. In that story, we get, again, Mary and another Mary come into the tomb. Matthew doesn't tell us that they're going to anoint the body of Jesus, okay? Mark and Luke and John's Gospels do. We're just told that they were just going to visit, okay? Lay some flowers or something, who knows, okay? And then all of a sudden, a great light appears. And Matthew's the only version that says that they're angels, okay? The other Gospels say, like, these mysterious men. Matthew calls them angels, messengers. And only in Matthew's gospel where the women actually witness the angels move the stone back and then they sit on top of it, kind of showing like a victory, a triumph type of thing. And then the angel gives them a message. Mary and the other Mary become apostles to the apostles. They're told to go to the other 11 and to tell them to go to Galilee. And so more of the resurrection narratives that we're going to hear are going to be Jesus' visitation to the apostles in Galilee, where it all begins. And then, like I said, the second half is a very unique feature in Matthew. Mark, Luke, and John don't tell us this. But the explanation of the guards. The guards tell the chief priests what has happened. And then they come up, they take counsel, and then they give us this story. They give them some cash and tell them to, they fell asleep. Which, again, is a pretty weak story if you think about it. You have these well-trained soldiers with a task to guard, and all of them fell asleep. And all of them were asleep where they couldn't witness someone coming in and rolling a stone and taking a body. Not very believable. And yet, this is the best that they can come up with. And I think the more that we see all the evidence, and we'll continue to look at some of the evidence throughout the week of these resurrection appearances. And I think maybe starting with the first that, women were the first to see Jesus. Now, this is not a commentary today, but back then, in Jesus' time, women's testimony wasn't like as valid as men. I know it's not like that today, but that's how it was back then. But the gospel writers chose to go in that direction. Like they were the first, because it actually happened. They were the first ones to see it, and they're just telling them as it goes. And if you don't have faith, you're going to believe everything else but the resurrection. Even soldiers who fell asleep on duty and weren't able to notice someone stealing the body of Jesus. I don't know, for me, with all the faith, all the testimony that comes after this, including the testimony of the martyrs, for me, the resurrection of Jesus seems a little bit more plausible. May God bless you.